You know what they'll say? You can do it. You're not strong enough. You're not smart enough. And for a while, you believed them, didn't you? But deep down, there's a fire. A voice inside you that whispers, I don't need anyone. I'll do it alone. Life is going to be hard. No one said it was supposed to be easy. Life isn't fair. Sometimes you just got to do it alone. What do you do? How do you live? How do we get through it? You got to stand up. You got to get up. The path that you have chosen was never designed to be easy. Some people want it easy, but I dare you to go to the hard way. That's the moment everything changes. The moment you stop waiting for the world to save you. Because the truth is, no one's coming. No one's going to hand you success, pat you on the back, or walk the road for you. That road, it's yours to walk, and it's the loneliest, toughest, and most rewarding journey you'll ever take. The moment you embrace the silence of being alone, that's when you hear your true self speaking. It's easy to feel defeated when no one is clapping for you, when the crowd walks away, when your friends stop showing up. But guess what? That's when the real work begins. That's when you show yourself what you're made of. How do we face the circumstances that have been brought before us? Do we give up? Do we stand up? Do we push through? Those are the questions that we ask each and every day when we are faced with adversity. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. It doesn't care if you're tired or scared. It just demands that you show up, alone or not. This is about waiting for motivation. It's about showing up for yourself day in and day out when no one is looking. It's about proving that you don't need an audience. You don't need cheerleaders. You don't need anyone but you. This is your moment. Your moment to say, I did it alone. Not to impress them, not to make them regret doubting you, but to prove yourself that you had it in you all along. You know what they don't tell you? That the hardest battles are the ones you fight alone. When the crowd disappears, when your friends stop calling, and when the world turns its back on you, that's when you find out who you really are. Most people crumble in those moments. They look for someone to save them, someone to hold their hand. But here's the truth. The strongest people in this world didn't wait for help. They didn't sit around hoping someone would notice their struggle. They stood up, wiped their tears, and say, if no one else will fight for me, I'll fight for myself. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. When you're alone, the thoughts in your mind either break you or build you. It's in that silence, that void, where your greatest enemy and your greatest ally live. It's you. It's you who decides whether the pain will define you or fill you. Think about it. The most successful people didn't have a golden path paved for them. They didn't have cheerleaders or fans when they started. They had rejection, failure, a long night questioning if it was all worth it. But they kept going, alone. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Nobody cares about your excuses. Nobody cares how hard it is. Just do the work. These words might sting, but they're the truth. Excuses won't get you anywhere. Feeling sorry for yourself won't get the job done. The only thing that will move you forward is effort, relentless, ruthless effort. Picture this, it's 4 a.m. The alarm goes off. No one is forcing you to get up. No one is cheering you on. You could stay in bed, warm and comfortable, and no one would even know. But this is the moment that separates you from every else. This is where the real work begins. You throw off the covers, get up, and grind, not because someone told you to, but because you chose to. Do you know what happens when you start walking this path alone? You start to grow in ways you never imagined. You become your own biggest supporter, your own coach, your own motivator. You find a strength in places you didn't even know existed. And when you succeed, because you will succeed, there's no greater feeling. It's about looking back at every sleepless night, every painful moment, and saying, I made it. I didn't quit. I did it alone. You don't give up because it's hard. You don't give up because it's challenging. You don't give up on you. Let the hard work begin. So when you're standing alone, make sure you stand with a pure heart, with a great mindset, because there's no one like you. There's nothing that can stop you. No one can do the things that you do. No one can stand like you do. So, stop waiting for someone to believe in you. Stop hoping for a handout. The only person who needs to believe in you is you. Get up, face the world, and show them what happens when you decide, I'll do it alone. This is where it all comes together. The pain, the struggle, the lonely nights, they weren't for nothing. Every step you've taken has brought you to this moment. Now it's your turn to show the world what happens when you bet on yourself. So stand tall, breathe deep, and keep moving. You have to keep going. You have to be truthful to who you are inside. It was never designed to be easy. Don't give up. Go for it.